Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the confusing world of corporate filings and see if we can find any hidden gems or potential red flags. Today we're diving into a report from Quoin Pharmaceuticals Limited, and let's just say this company might have a secret weapon up its sleeve. So what is all the fuss about the 21st of October 2025, at least for Quoin Pharmaceuticals? Well, it seems like the US Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, has given them a pretty significant nod for their main drug candidate. The big news here is that their lead product, which they call QRX003, has received what is called Orphan Drug Designation from the FDA. Now, what does that actually mean? Think of Orphan Drug Designation as a special pass for drugs that target rare diseases, diseases that affect fewer than 200,000 people in the United States. This designation is a pretty big deal because it comes with a bunch of perks. For Quoin, this means they could get tax credits for their research and testing. The FDA might waive or reduce some of their application fees. And if QRX003 eventually gets approved, it gets 7 years of market exclusivity. That means no other company can sell a similar drug for the same condition during that time. This is huge for a small pharmaceutical company as it gives them a significant competitive advantage and a chance to recoup their investment. And what rare disease are we talking about here? It is called Netherton syndrome. This sounds like something out of a medical drama with a complicated name, but basically it is a genetic skin disorder that can cause a lot of health problems. Adding to the excitement, this isn't the first time QRX003 has gotten this kind of recognition. They already received similar orphan drug designation from the European Medicines Agency, or EMA, back in May of 2025. This shows that the potential of this drug is being recognized on a global scale. Quoin is really pushing hard, and they believe QRX003 could be the very first approved treatment for Netherton syndrome. That is a massive market opportunity if they succeed, given that it is currently untreated. So what is next for QRX003? They are currently running 2 main clinical trials for Netherton syndrome. They expect to finish enrolling patients in these studies in the first quarter of 2026. After enrollment is complete, they anticipate the first key results, also known as top-line data, to be available in the second half of 2026. This is the data that will tell them if the drug is working as planned and if it is safe. And then, if all goes well, they're planning to submit their official application to the FDA for approval, called a New Drug Application or NDA. Later in 2026, this is the final hurdle before they can hopefully bring this drug to patients. While the core of this report is about the drug designation, the filing does include some basic company information. For instance, you'll find their contact number listed. I am not going to dwell on it because honestly, that is not what makes this report interesting. It is the potential of the drug. And their principal executive offices are located at Pleasant Forest Court. Again, not the juicy stuff, but it is these details that fill out the formal reporting requirements. Looking at their listed securities, Quoin Pharmaceuticals has ordinary shares. But what is really traded on the stock market, specifically on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC, are their American Depository Shares, or ADS-ES. Each of these ADS-ES represents 35 ordinary shares. It is a common way for foreign companies to be traded in the US stock market. The asterisk next to ordinary shares indicates they are not directly traded but are linked to the registration of the ADS-ES. There is also a section here that asks about former names or addresses. In this case, it is marked as not applicable, meaning there haven't been any recent changes in that regard. The form also includes checkboxes for different types of filings. These are for companies that might be using this specific form to also meet other reporting obligations under securities laws, like written communications related to a Securities Act filing. Quoin has not checked any of these, indicating this report is solely for the current event it details. And here is a quick check to see if Quoin classifies itself as an emerging growth company. They have not checked this box, meaning they are not opting for the extended transition period for new or revised financial accounting standards. This suggests they are probably on a faster track with their accounting compliance. Now, the filing explicitly mentions that a press release dated the 21st of October 2025 is attached as Exhibit 99.1. This press release is essentially the formal announcement of the QRX003 news. The report tells us that this information is furnished and not considered officially filed with the SEC in the same way other parts of the report might be. This is a common distinction in these types of filings. And finally, Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file. This is basically a machine-readable version of the report's cover page, which helps with data processing by regulatory bodies. It is embedded within the document itself. So let's step back and look at the big picture here. Quoin Pharmaceuticals seems to be making some serious progress with a drug that targets a rare disease. The Orphan drug designation from both the FDA and the EMA is a huge validation. It significantly de-risks their development process by offering market exclusivity and financial incentives. This puts them in a strong position to potentially be the first to market for Netherton syndrome, which is a significant unmet medical need. The timeline they've laid out for clinical trials and submission seems aggressive but achievable. Given the designation, of course, there are always risks. Clinical trials can fail. Regulatory bodies can change their minds, and market adoption is never guaranteed. The cautionary note regarding forward-looking statements is a standard legal disclaimer, but it is important to remember that all projections about future success are indeed just projections. They could face unexpected delays, or the drug might simply not work as well in real world conditions, but from what we're seeing here, Quoin is doing a lot of the right things to maximize their chances. Their focus on a specific rare disease with a clear path to market exclusivity is a smart strategy in the pharmaceutical industry. The dual designation from major regulatory bodies is a very positive sign. What are your thoughts on Quoin Pharmaceuticals and their QRX003? Do you think orphan drug designation is the golden ticket? Let me know your predictions on this drug's future in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more insights into the world of business and finance. Don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, where we discuss these reports and much more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.